Hey, look at that. It's time. Time for coffee. All right. I am awake. I am rested. Thank you, Stacy, who says Happy New Year's Eve Eve. And Happy New Year's Eve Eve to you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Monday, December 30th, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Had a pretty good weekend. Went for a hike on Saturday. Good morning, Daniel. Did some work yesterday. Hung out with a friend. Hung out with another friend. Ate some nachos. Watched some TV. Good morning, Frank. Thank you. Thank you. Frank's commenting on the shave. Yeah, Saturday when I got back from my hike, I just went to town. Shaved it all. I don't do that very often. Because honestly, I get really annoyed at things I have to do over and over again that don't require any real skill, like shaving or brushing my teeth. I want somebody else to do it for me. Yes, I want somebody else to brush my teeth. I just want to sit there, which I know is ridiculous. But I would just rather spend my time and my energy on other things. I don't want to clean, although I actually take a good amount of pride in keeping things clean. There's often piles. And there are always things around. It's like, oh, got to deal with that, got to deal with that. But the piles aren't piles of dirt. So, what else happened this weekend? Not a lot. It was nice. Saturday, I woke up without an alarm for the first time in a while, which was wonderful. I enjoy sleeping in as much as the cat will let me. And the weather, it's gross out. It's like 28 degrees and freezing rain and yuck. There's snow on the ground. There was nothing on the ground when I went to bed. So we got a couple inches of snow, and then it looked like it changed over. And from what I can tell, we're going to have that for the next couple days. Off and on gross weather. Which, I don't know why. It always seems like we have gross weather for New Year's. I feel bad for people who, buy first night tickets in various places. It's either 30 below or freezing rain or just, if I remember correctly, Burlington doesn't even do theirs anymore because it kept losing money. So that's a shame. I have no idea what I'll be doing. I won't be doing First Cup New Year's Day though. I know that. I want to leave myself space in case I do go out and celebrate with friends. So. Daniel says he wishes they had snow. It's 10 Celsius and just gray. Translate 1850. That's 50 degrees Fahrenheit for the rest of you. Yeah, that's kind of gross weather. It's neither winter nor summer. Yeah, there's nothing really enjoyable about those in between temperatures. Oh, hard. What else is going on? What am I doing today? So as soon as I'm done with this, I'll be at my desk getting the not quite right, but still perfectly good Taekwondo uniforms out for sale. Those will be Amazon exclusively. Much easier to deal with those there. Photos came back yesterday, so that's why I'm going to do that. And that's why that's my priority today. I've got a client meeting later today. Bunch of other work. It's got to happen. Nothing too big. It's going to be another weird week. It's really hard when the holidays are in the middle of the week because it throws everything off. I get no flow, no groove. But That's okay. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I know there's appointments. Thursday, too. Oh, there's an episode. There's an episode out. What is the episode? Let's see. Who's out today? I think I know who today is. I don't see it. Well, we'll deal with that after this. There's supposed to be an episode out. There will be. We'll make it happen. All right. Well, we got some questions. So remember, if you want to ask me a question, drop it below. I'll answer it tomorrow. Today's questions are about breathing. Do you know any breathing techniques that are useful during general exercise? Yes. So when we talk about breathing techniques, people tend to think about meditation and counting your breaths and number of seconds in or out and nose versus mouth. And there's a lot of value around that for meditative practice. But when we talk about let's consider the example of running. Now, you can run at different speeds, and you can breathe at different speeds, and you can breathe in different ways. And there are kind of two ways to look at that running. How are most people going to breathe? Most people are going to breathe, if they're running really hard, in through their mouth and out through the mouth. Because your mouth is bigger than your nose, you're going to get a much greater volume of air that way. And you need air when you're working really hard. It's not rocket science, everybody knows that. But there's some newer stuff coming out about the difference in the way the nervous system responds to breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth versus in through the mouth and out through the mouth. There seems to be less of a I don't have all the details at hand. There is some stuff showing that the body recovers easier if you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. To the point where there are some people in the CrossFit world, and most of you know that that's another world that I spend time in, who will work out, do these very intense workouts, breathing in through their nose and out through the mouth. The idea is that, yes, it's going to limit how hard they can go. However, it does not allow them to go so hard that their recovery is extended. And there are some high-level coaches in that space who are really working with athletes around this, and it's really interesting. It seems like it has something to do with the nervous system and cortisol, fight or flight, that kind of thing. Oh, Frank saying that he read a little bit about it in Black Belt Magazine. Interesting. In a lot of martial arts, we talk a lot about breathing. And we talk a lot about, if you're part of a karate class that sits in Zazen, you are generally told breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I have this belief that just about everything we do in martial arts is there for a reason. And I suspect that a lot of the breathing stuff that we do in forms and in meditation is there for a reason, and a bigger reason than simply because. But I think, like a lot of things, we've lost why it happens. Why do we do that? And I think this current research that's going on around breathing is going to shed some light on it. So that's why I find it interesting. Coffee is good. Do you know any breathing techniques that are useful while practicing martial arts? No. I just talked about some things that I'm learning about breathing, but I'm not confident enough in any of them that I'm going to say this is what you should or should not be doing in your martial arts training. When I've experimented with this, you know, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth stuff while exerting myself, yes, it forces me to limit my output. But it also keeps me calmer. And it keeps me calmer beyond simply just not, you know, getting my heart rate up as high. It's more than that. And I'm not sure what it is. I can't really say beyond that. So you should try it. There are some people, when they work out, they'll even put a piece of tape over their mouth. That's right, because there's a whole group of people who aren't doing any mouth breathing. So go back to the first question. I changed most of what I said. It's not in through the nose, out through the mouth. It's just entirely nasal breathing. That's what they're doing. See, I told you, I'm not really up on this stuff. I'm reading about it where I can, but. So you could try that. You could see how that feels. Entirely through the nose. I mean, you really have to be steady with your output. It's not going to work well for sparring, for example, because that intense cycle of, you know, really intense for a second, wait a few, intense, wait a few. It doesn't work well for that, those short bursts. But it does work well for steady output where you can control the intensity, like practicing forms or practicing basics. You know, there's no real risk in experimenting with this. There's no cost. So why not try it? See what you think. I'm trying to think, who are the big guys that are pushing this stuff over in CrossFit? I don't know. I'm not going to guess names. I don't think it would take you too long to find who's doing this stuff. But of course, you know, first and foremost is getting the right amount of oxygen. So you got to breathe. Can't hold your breath very long while you're working out. You ever see someone who does a form while they're holding their breath? I've seen people do that. Not intentionally, but they get so worked up and they're so tight that they can't breathe and get to the end, their faces beat red. And it's false intensity. Yeah, it looks like they're working really hard because their body's working really hard to do things without air. But it's not good. Don't do it. Last question today on breathing. Are there common misconceptions about proper breathing? I don't know that I'm enough of an expert to say what is and is not proper breathing. We have so many guidelines about breathing in martial arts, especially in forms. You know, I know forms where in certain places you're supposed to breathe in time with this movement, and this movement is 7 seconds or 10 seconds. Or, you know, if you've ever done the form, San Chin, you know, or one of the variants, you know, there's a tremendous amount of breathing. It's all breathing. It's breathing and tension. Breathing is important. Yeah, I guess I wish I knew more. I mean, these questions are kind of exposing that there's certainly, I know that there's more to know, and I know that I don't know it. But is it one of those things where we make it more complicated than it is? That's what I don't know. There's more to know, but is it worth knowing? There's more to know, but do we need to know it? There we go. That's the dichotomy. Just about everything's worth knowing. It's just a question of whether or not it's useful. Sometimes you're splitting hairs. All right. Good question. Now, I'm going to go get those uniforms done. Homework coming at you momentarily. If you want to ask a question, drop it below. I'll answer it tomorrow. If you have not already, why not? Subscribe, turn on notifications. You'll get notified when we do the show, when we upload something else, like the Monday episode, which I got to go figure out what's going on with that. What else? Check out everything else we're doing at whistlekick.com. All right, here's your homework. I want you to pick one. Not everybody does forms. I want you to notice your breathing. I want you to do something today that you would call martial arts training, just for a couple minutes. Could be a form. Could be a little bit of shadow boxing. Just like 2 minutes. And I want you to see what your breathing is. I want you to focus on the breathing more than the movements. Are you breathing intensely? Are you breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth? Are you breathing entirely through your mouth? Just notice it. I'm not asking you to change it. I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. I just want you to be aware. Okay. That's it. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care and have a great day. Peace.